Howdy players, this is your DM, Ed speaking. I'm re-recording this because the first time I recorded it, I didn't adjust the sound levels, but the mic was really hot, so I don't want to blow out your ears. Anyway, this is the second video of those promised, and today I intend to walk you through leveling up from to 16 all the way up through 20. We're going to stop on 20 tonight. There's a reason for that I'll get to. Okay, and as before, we'll be using the Player Handbook 1 because it has that lovely chart that kind of breaks down each level's total powers and what you gain basically. Okay, so that can be found in page 29 of this book. Looks like this. I'm going to zoom in now. Okay, so last video we came up to 15, and just like last video, we are going to be referring back to this because this is really nice. It makes sure that you don't shortchange yourself as far as what you should have. However, with this video, we'll be going a little bit quicker because you should kind of get the gist of how this works. Okay, I do want to remind you that the one thing that this chart doesn't have is your hit points per level. Okay, so don't forget that, and I'll be reminding you. But let's say you want to go to your class, okay, and we were using Ranger as an example. Find your class in whatever player handbook that it's in, and you'll notice hit points per level gained, and for Ranger that's 5. Okay, and I'll be reminding you for that. So let's take a look at what it takes to go up to 16. So from 15, first you add those hit points for your class. So get out your scratch paper and write down plus however many hit points your class gets. So for Ranger, that'd be 5. And then we're going to select a Paragon Path feature. Well, not select. We get the final feature, and then we gain a utility power and a feat. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay. Your Paragon Path, if you find your class, you're scrolling down past the powers or flipping past the powers. Paragon Path is past that. Okay, so we were using the Battlefield Archer as an example. So whatever Paragon Path you chose, you'll find these features. Well, guess what? You unlock the final one, the final feature at level 16. So make a note of this in your character sheet. So this is the character sheet that you find in the back of Player Handbook 1. You should each have a copy. Here's where you would mark down any features that your Paragon Path gets. Okay? So pretty simple, pretty simple. So you get that, and also you pick up a utility exploit. So find your class's utility exploits and select from those, and on your character sheet, page 2, it would go here. There's your utility powers. Okay, so to recap, for level 16, you would gain hit points. You'd select. You would make note of your final Paragon Path feature. You would add a utility power, and you gain a feat, which is in Chapter 6. And I do want to remind you, there are Paragon tier feats, which are a little more powerful, so don't forget that. And if you built your character out of PHB 2 or 3, don't forget to look there because there are feats specific to those classes and races, so you might check there too. Okay, so that takes care of level 16. Okay, I don't recommend changing all of your ability scores and stuff like that just yet. Do that at the end. So write down on your scratch paper how many hit points you get, and we'll move on. Okay, so for level 17, this is really simple. You gain your hit points, so write down plus however many hit points again. So again for Ranger, that's plus 5, and you replace an encounter power. Okay, which all of the powers are broken down in your class by level. So if you go straight to 16, or excuse me, 17, here you will find the encounter powers. Okay, so you pick one of these and you replace one of your existing encounter powers. Now, we've done this before. You can replace that more powerful one that you had already replaced an encounter power with, but I wouldn't recommend that. I would replace one of the weaker, lower level ones. But that's just me. Okay, so yeah. Level 17, you gain hit points, replace an encounter power. Level 18 is a much bigger deal, okay? Here again, like we did on level 14, we're going to bump up 2 ability scores. Okay, so that's these. Pick 2 out of Strength, Con, Dex, Intelligence, Wisdom, and Charisma. Pick 2 of those and bump each of them up by 1. Okay, and that could affect your ability mod and mod plus half level and all that. But again, we'll do the calculations after. Okay, so you do that, add another level's worth of hit points, so you should have 3 hit point level gains so far, and you select a feat, which again is in Chapter 6. So select from those, and that's pretty simple. Oh, by the way, on your character sheet, just as a reminder, your feats go here, so write them down there. Okay, and I usually try to make some sort of note of what the feat does, because sometimes they give them cool names, but the name doesn't necessarily tell you what the effect is. Alright, so level 15, or 15, goodness, level 19, we're leveling up again. So again, add your hit points, okay, and replace 1 daily attack power. So instead of replacing an encounter, we're replacing a daily. And again, this is broken down by level. So if you go to your class, you will find it labeled level 19 daily exploits. You pick from these, and on your character sheet, you would erase 1 that's here and replace it with the more powerful power that you select. Okay, so yeah, level 19 is really simple. Just like 17 actually. And level 20 is where we're going to stop tonight. There you again gain hit points, and then you're going to choose a Paragon Path daily attack power and 1 feat. So here, let's go back to your Paragon Path. Okay. If you keep scrolling, you'll see that you get a daily Paragon power. Okay, and this is the final Paragon thing that you get. And that doesn't replace a daily, it's just in addition. Okay? And that is where I intend to stop, because as you'll see, level 21 is where you jump up into the very next tier, which is called Epic Destiny. And it's like the Paragon Path, only even bigger and more to it and more powerful and whatnot. Okay, so I figure that's a different ball of wax that we'll save for another day. We'll tackle 21 through 25 in the next video. Okay, so calculations-wise, what you're going to be doing is all of those hit point gains, you're going to write them down, which you should have 5 levels worth this time. Okay, so if Ranger gets 5 each time, so that would be 25 extra hit points. Okay, so don't forget that will change your max hit points, which means your bloody value is different, your surge value is different. Okay. Also add in your ability point change, and don't forget you also increased your level. You should be up to 20. So all these half levels are going to be 10 now, right? So this will be a 10 here. This will be your mod plus 10 here. These 10 plus half level, that would be 10 plus 10. So these should all be 20 now. Okay, and that's going to affect all of these scores. Okay, your to hit, these will have 10 here now. So your to hit will be different as well. And since these mod plus half levels go up, also your ability mod plus half levels go up here. And so all of your skills will improve as well. Okay, because it's plus half level, you will notice that these numbers change every time you hit an even number level. Okay, so make sure to do all that, and I will see you all for the jump to level 21 all the way up through 25. And I know 2 of you will be stopping at 25, but I'll make one additional video to walk the rest of you through leveling up to 30. All right, so that's pretty much it. So happy building, guys. And if you have any questions, feel free to shoot them to me either on Facebook or Discord. I have been checking, and I'll try to answer them as quick as I can. So that's it.